In a seminal moment in modern medicine, doctors have performed the first ever successful penis transplant with full functionality. Full functionality. This happened in South Africa, and the patient was a 21-year-old man who was operated on in December, and according to surgeons who worked on him, he regained all function in the newly transplanted organ. So it's a massive breakthrough.
Massive breakthrough. It's not a mediocre breakthrough. He got his money's worth.
I mean, if you're gonna get a transplant, I mean,
yeah, but
you know,
I have to imagine that, like you might be on a heart transplant list for months or whatever. Like a penis, how many penises are there just floating around? Like you take what you can get.
I mean, I'm sure this comes from.
Ew.
I didn't pun medium intended. Pun somewhat intended. I'm sure it was from
a recent death. I would imagine.
A cadaver.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, from what I've heard about penis enhancement surgeries, the extra tissue does come from a cadaver as well.
Really?
Yes.
Ugh.
So you haven't changed your mind about certain things.
So very soon we're gonna make lots of jokes about penises, but before that, so this is obviously very significant. People do lose their penis.
It's very impactful for the area where it is in South Africa. So like we know about circumcision without anesthesia.
I'm familiar with it.
No. Circumcision that's not surgical, like without anesthesia, without any kind of cleanliness standards, and a lot of times this goes horribly wrong.
People die, yeah.
Mutilations, death, horrible effects after this.
Yeah.
So this could have a great impact to the area where people who have suffered greatly and are still alive after the surgery.
You can get burned and it can be damaged there. Like a lot of motorcycle accidents frequently do result in damage to that area, because if you are suddenly stopped on a motorcycle, that's the area that's going to hit the tank first.
Is this why you no longer drive a motorcycle?
Yeah, but I got out too late. But anyway, so this is obviously something that could help a lot of people. I mean, it's not going to help thousands and thousands of people, but for the people who do need that, I mean, like think about losing access to that part of your body. Like that's severely detrimental to the quality of your life. And so to bring that back, I mean, look, it's not a heart, it's not a lung, but for quality of life, this is a very significant breakthrough.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, I don't know a lot about what it's like to not have a penis. And
you know exactly what it's like to not have a penis. I do know what it's like to not have a penis ever. Yeah.
But I'm sure this would drastically impair your lifestyle. I mean, even in just like everyday like urination or...
I don't know how that works. Yeah. Yeah. Now, as to the slightly funnier elements, so the idea that instantly comes to me, at least, is what about elective penis surgery? Like, theoretically, if you could get to the point where it was guaranteed to work, can you imagine a super rich person being like, well, you know, if I'm like, they're already grafting pieces.
This
why
could
not?
Help people who are trans, for one, but I don't know about men who are specifically like, I don't like this one. I want a new one. I don't know about the dangers involved because I think, well, it's hard to say. I mean, women get breast implants all the time for purely aesthetic reasons. You know, it doesn't really... From a medical standpoint, it can go very wrong. Your body could reject it. Yeah. You could die in surgery.
You could look silly in LA.
You could have one weird boob that like looks in the other direction.
And by the way, so what's most interesting possibly about this is that originally when the doctors planned to do this surgery, they thought that it would take up to 2 years for the guy to regain close to full functionality of the penis. And I've heard similar things for other sorts of transplants like this, but he got it very quickly. And I can't help but imagine the scene from Kill Bill where she's like trying to move her big toe.
Oh.
And he's just like, you're going to move, big buddy.
Wiggle.
You're going to move. And then suddenly it becomes stronger than any other part of his body.
No.
I think that's how it happened.
Is that how exercising works?
That's how that exercising works.
Okay, great.
Yeah, anyway, so that's awesome for the guy. It's awesome for the team. Yeah.
So, he's the first one in a 10-man pilot program for these transplants to happen. So this is not the end of the research by any means. It's actually just the beginning, but it's a big breakthrough. Sorry to use that phrase again. But medically speaking, this is incredible. This hadn't happened before. And I think it will drastically improve the lives of many people for many different reasons. But on a less serious and useful note, audience, would you ever consider getting a penis transplant, whether you need it or not? Need can be defined in your own way. Let us know below in the comments, and please be sure to subscribe.